The similarities between those two cases are striking. Tonight, News 8 has learned that another young girl in this town was nearly snatched off the street months ago after she too got off a school bus.
Shine, shine, shine.
Amid the deep grief here, anger also lurks.
I'm just angry. It's just, I don't see how people can just let stuff like this happen.
Tear-stained faces prayed tonight for Alicia Moore.
Let us go to and fro without worrying about someone snatching us off the street. Yes.
The 16-year-old disappeared Friday after stepping off a Greenville school bus. Yet it took police 3 days to issue an alert. The next morning, the high school student was found dead in a rural field.
Early on, we had a very limited amount of information that we had to deal with.
I was walking down the street.
The murder triggers memories for Kania Bailey Hatley.
I think he was like hiding in the bushes or in the car.
In January, the 14-year-old had just gotten off a school bus when she says a man followed and tried to grab her. What did he actually do to you?
He like grabbed this and he was like pulling me towards me. And then I yanked away.
She fought back and escaped. The police were called, an alert sent to the school. Her mother, though, now worries that man may have struck again.
A man was waiting for her, waiting to attack her, and did. And I see there's no difference in the two situations. Only difference is my daughter got away, and she didn't.
And it's unclear if those two crimes are connected. Greenville police did not respond to multiple requests for comment tonight. Well, Shelley, frustrated with no clear answers, Sally Baldwin's grief has turned to anger. She wants the lost Americans brought home, dead or alive, and has now started lobbying members of Congress to make sure the missing Americans are not forgotten.
Hi, Alex. This is Sally Baldwin. Would like to have an appointment with Senator Cornyn on Tuesday.
Sally Baldwin now rarely leaves the spare room in her Fort Worth home. She spends hours online and on the phone, searching for what happened to her son, Brendan Beck.
My main wish is I want my son to come home.
The 35-year-old engineer is lost in the rubble of the once posh Hotel Montana, one of many Americans still missing in Haiti. But as the days turn into weeks, hope of finding him alive fades, and concern is growing his body will never be found. When she turns to the State Department for help, the answer?
I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. All my questions were, I don't know. And these are the people that are supposed to be handling this situation.
So now her grief is turning to action. The software engineer is spearheading a campaign of sorts to keep attention on Haiti and convince U.S. leaders to bring home the remains of dead Americans.
Well, that's not a guarantee at this point, and that's what we're fighting for, is a guarantee that we will bring everybody home one way or the other.
And she's getting aggressive, hounding members of Congress first by phone and soon in person. She's now planning a trip to Washington. So you're going to go there in person?
And talk to them directly, because I want them to know how concerned I am.
And she's getting through, scoring meetings with top lawmakers and getting letters of support from congressmen. Representative Jack Kingston of Georgia urged the president to make sure the remains of Americans are properly identified and returned to loved ones. The focus has been on survivors. Officials concede with so much damage and confusion, it may be impossible to return some victims' bodies. A reality Baldwin may have to face, but not, she says, until all hope has faded.
But that's my son, and I will do anything I have to for my son.
35 Americans are confirmed dead in Haiti, but thousands more are missing. And with rescue operations winding down, Baldwin wants to make sure her son, along with other Americans, are not left behind.
Tucked in an unassuming motel,
turn it up here,
is a refuge for Barbara Lewis.
Oh.
She spends much of her day breathing pure oxygen in a tiny apartment partially lined with foil. She doesn't work, doesn't dare step outside without a mask.
I get a lot of stares from children.
Cut off and convinced the modern world is making her sick.
It's a hard life. It's challenging.
She's part of a small, isolated community who feel everything we enjoy. Cars, computers, cell phones, TV, even plastic.
It's not plastic, it's cellophane.
All emit chemicals or electric signals that make them ill.
I become dizzy, and I have a very difficult time. My thought process is slowed. I get headache, mental confusion.
She and her neighbors gave us rare access inside their homes.
Hi, Andrea.
No cell phones allowed.
Wait. Let me, I'll see if it's okay.
They even measured our TV equipment for radio frequencies.
Oh, I won't be able to have that on my person.
All because they're deeply troubled about a new technology.
Very concerned about the smart meter.
Encore continues to install millions of the new digital meters on homes. Like cell phones, they transmit wireless signals.
This is all rock and roll.
Griselda Oliver would like to leave her tiny apartment.
This must go. Totally.
But for that smart meter on her new home in Rockwall.
I think we shouldn't stand too close to it. I just want to show it to you.
Right now, the house sits empty.
Very much in the raw.
Because even from inside, the meter makes her dizzy.
Like I'm on a ship. It feels as though it's going up and down. So this is not a good place for me to be.
Are these people crazy?
Not really. Not at all.
Environmental doctor William Ray treats electrically sensitive patients. He dismisses scientists who question whether the symptoms are psychological.
But I do know this, it's a real phenomenon, and people are going to have to look into it more and more as time goes on.
Yet the concern has caught the attention of lawmakers and the Public Utility Commission, who is now considering for the first time allowing people to refuse the smart meter.
No, right now they cannot.
Utilities, though, like Encore, insist the new meters are safer than cell phones. They're cheaper for the company, save energy, and certainly don't make people sick.
Our smart meters are safe. We've done investigations, third-party investigations. The PUC has done investigations. Our smart meters are safe.
Safe or not, since the meters irritate so many, the state is now wondering if homeowners should be able to opt out for whatever reason.
We have no choice, you see. We have no control over it.
And that's left folks like Oliver feeling trapped.
It is. It is hard. Yeah, it's kind of a lonely illness.
When she's already so cut off. In Dallas, Jonathan Betts, Channel 8 News.
You know, it's no secret that Dallas is not bike-friendly. Now cyclists appear to be taking matters into their own hands. Bike lanes have popped up on 2 bridges near downtown, but you know what? They're bogus. They even fooled city officials who thought the questionable lanes were just shoddy city work. Channel 8 Jonathan Betts live tonight in Dallas with more on this story. Interesting stuff, Jonathan.
It is interesting, yeah, John. These are the real bike lanes appearing across Dallas, but some folks aren't waiting for the city, putting in their own bike lanes on some streets. It's confusing drivers, but delighting cyclists. Driving through Dallas, new markings are getting attention.
People go 60 miles an hour when they're easy every day.
And a chuckle from Scott Yokel.
It was amusing. I mean, it's not gonna save my life anymore.
Funny because he knows these bike lanes are fake. As Dallas stamps miles of roads with new warnings, apparently it's not fast enough. Bogus lanes are now appearing on city streets.
You know anything about Oak Cliff? We're a community of doers.
His group is pushing for more bike lanes, so he doesn't mind the fakes, though he has no idea who's behind it.
I think it was just to show the possibility. So again, that try it. It's, you know, it's just spray paint, so it'll come up.
The colors are random, they're spaced unevenly, and stop abruptly. At one point, even a line was added. Yet they're confusing drivers.
Education on the motor vehicle who drive.
Bicycle information. Drivers understanding.
And even council members.
And I came this close to hitting a cyclist. And I just got to tell you, as we put these bike markings down, we have to make sure that they're consistent.
The ones actually along Jefferson were not put up by the city. They were put up in the night.
So far, they're only on 2 downtown bridges, both popular with cyclists, and the scene of serious accidents. Partly why Yokel appreciates any help. Fake lanes, he says, showing a real need.
Most motorists treat cyclists less than they would treat a dog crossing the road. It's ridiculous.
And today the city says it's working to actually scrape off the fake lanes, but it's unclear if they'll be replaced by the real deal. Reporting live in downtown, Jonathan Betts, Channel 8 News.